Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. The finance minister repeated that the reduction in corporate tax was done after considering the international scenario and for attracting foreign investment. This is only in developing countries. Next year, some countries are ready to reduce the corporate tax to 20%. The result is this country would become a tax haven. India should take the leadership against these types of policies, reducing the corporate tax. Looking to the developed countries. Why are these developing countries competing for giving more concessions? We have a good tradition in the international scenario as the leader of third world countries. We should take the leadership against this type of decreasing corporate tax for the benefit of the multinational companies and finance capital. Sir, if you are looking at the international scenario, why is the minister not ready to increase the direct tax component as per the international scenario? Why is the government not ready for increasing the tax ratio? Sir, they are not ready for implementing these types of things because this is in the interest of the common man of this country. This is in the interest of the nation, but it is not in the interest of the corporates. This corporate tax reduction is to protect the interest of the finance capital. Sir, actually, the genuine investors are not scared of the tax. Then, why are you trying to give more and more concession than they want? Sir, for investment, we always quote the World Bank. But how can capital come to a country where the communal riots are the order of the day? How can capital come to a country where Ghar Wapsi is happening? How can capital come to a country where the churches are burning every day? The capital comes to a country where the government itself determines good habits in the society. This attracts the investment. Sir, inflow of capital or investment depends upon several factors. You are giving more and more tax concessions to the corporates. That is not the right way. Then, what is your tax collection? It is fallen short by rupees 1 lakh crores from the budget estimates, but we should consider it. In addition to this estimate, the government collected more than 25,000 crores of rupees from the people as per the answer given to this house through the hike in the excise duty on petrol, gas and diesel. Then the government is not ready to pass the full benefits of the fall in oil price to the domestic consumers. I heard the speech of the minister which he made in the other house. The logic of the minister is not convincing. It is the repetition of the old theory of under recovery. Two parliamentary standing committees recommended to review the international parity pricing of petroleum products. Why is the government not ready to do it? Now, The government is de facto regulating this market, giving more and more concessions to the companies. Sir, the minister changed the term of revenue foregone to a state of revenue impact or tax incentives under the central tax system. It is good, but what is the reality? Sir, are we always against our concerns? This is given as an incentive to give more dynamism to the economy. Yes, but what is the logic for this? The revenue foregone is estimated to be around 43% of the total tax revenue for the year 2014-15. Sir, customs duty exemption given to the gold and diamond traders is rupees 75,000 crores. The minister explained in his reply to the last budget speech that by importing gold and by doing some work, we are creating more employment. But can we compare it with the employment created under Manrega? This is double the money allotted to Narega. The custom duty exemption on gold and diamond is double the total money allocated for Narega, which created crores of jobs. I would request the Honorable Finance Minister to give a comparison of employment created under this to gold and diamond traders and that under Narega, or give specific figures on the employment you have been able to generate by giving these types of tax incentives to different sectors. Sir, I now come to the issue of black money. The intensifying inequalities is a very important issue. 1% of the world's super rich control 47% of the global wealth. On black money, the proposal for a new legislation to address this issue is a welcome step. But, sir, this is the era of ordinances. The Prime Minister had given assurance to this House to do something about it within 100 days. Stop. Thank you.